right, everyone. Welcome to the Thursday edition of AI Lunch and Learn. I am your host, Danny Ross, and we're going to be kind of giving you a quick overview of where to start and take you through, and then we'll continue our project that we were working on yesterday. So, AI Lunch and Learn occurs every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Tuesday noon Eastern, Wednesday noon Central, and Thursday noon Pacific. Don't worry if you miss a particular session. We do record. So you can come here, and there's different topics each day that we cover, different AI conversations, and then also various AI apps within the platform. So again, if you miss it, you can just watch the video and catch up. You do have to register for each day once, and then you can add it to your calendar as a reminder. So that's the easiest way to handle that. Now, if you, let me just check one thing here. All right, let's get the panelists. We've got the panelists there, and let me get the chat just in case anybody chats, I can see you. All righty, so what we're going to do is I'm going to start at the beginning. When you first land in the platform, this is the first area or app you're going to see. And it's basically, it has a few videos just kind of giving you a high level replay of the last AI 1 hour webinar. And then we have a video here on the create method and text to image examples, just how to use those content creation image generators. Then we have a few more videos down here that cover some of the most popular apps and important apps as you get started. So again, if you land here, if you happen to be on mobile, this might be closed. And so you just use the toggle here to open it up, and then you can see the other apps. So remember, when you first land, you're going to land in the explainer start here button, explainer video and resources, and you may not see any of the other apps in here. You can simply click here and it'll open it up for you. Another way to find your way around is you can always use the search function. So for example, down here in content creation, we have hyper-realistic AI images, right? It's a text-to-image generator. You can simply click on the search. So if I close this out, click on search, I can type in HY and immediately it'll jump to that app and you're there, just like that. So start at the top. If it's hidden, open it up, and then you have the various apps here. The starting app, the AI Sales Coach is a very important app for you. Think of it like ChatGPT in here, and you can start a conversation and go back and forth with it just as you would. So ask it a question. It is trained on sales and marketing, digital marketing. It has a lot of my knowledge and personality in it. So feel free to ask it to help you develop your business plan, things like that. So, and we have some classes specifically on how to perform what's called an interview with the AI so it can learn about your business and then from there be a resource for you. The next one down is the AI Lunch and Learn, which I just showed you. You have Build Biz support. You can go in here and ask it, hey, I'm getting an error message. Can I work with you? That kind of thing. The next one down is the download. So you can download the book. Remember, even during your trial, you're allowed to download the book, and you can do that at any point. And also from there, let's go back a step here. Let me refresh the page. I'll go back. And from there below that is the download of the AI workbooks. So there's 10 workbooks that are accompanying the AI Powered Dreams, and they kind of cover different topics. So if I open up that link, so you have the Dream to Plan, you have comprehensive business formation. So if you're just getting started, it walks you through everything from EIN numbers to getting your local state licensing. Mastering sales with AI, financial foundations. You want to look at getting funding for your new business, customer experience, automation, learning about how to set up email blasts and things like that. Uh, Building a brand from scratch, very important concept. You know, you've got a new business. You need to decide on your personality of your business, your color scheme, get a logo, all of those types of things. Navigating legal essentials, just to really as a guide. I am not a lawyer. The book is not going to give you legal advice, but it will cover some of the key things like getting your corporation set up, things like that. And then if you want to productize something, whether it's a physical product or a service that you provide, that book will help you with that. And then, of course, you have to get the word out. So you have to build a strong business network. So 10 books that accompany the AI Powered Dreams master book. And they're workbooks with actual checklists and things you can step through to get and accomplish everything that you need to get accomplished. The next section is the Ask the Experts, and one of our guest newest apps is the Ask the Ramona app. And this is where you can go in and speak to a professional in a particular industry. Ramona is a personal and business coach. She's a speaker, a professional speaker. You can watch the video regarding her, what she offers under the Royal Empowerment Group. You can read her book. You can set up a consultation with her. But within the platform, you can launch the Ask Ramona app. And so it's just like the other apps and where you can ask it to talk to you and kind of understand a little bit about her. All right, so let's go back here. You have the um, direct link. So you have the Meet Ramona app, and then you have the Ask Ramona. And then this is where you get right into asking her questions. Okay. Then from there, you can come on down to Ask Danny. That's me. So feel free to ask me any questions you have. You have Joel, who's a business and strategy, and It Girl, who is also a branding expert. Below that, you have business formation. And so the first thing you need to do is get all of the ideas that are in your head onto paper. So the Big Dream Generator asks you 13 questions and it'll walk you through the key elements of starting any business. And once you're done, it'll generate what's called a business brief. And within that, it gives you your target audience, your core problems that you're solving through your business products or services, what happens to the user, and so on and so forth. It walks you through the key elements. And what you want to do with that is just copy paste it. I would put it in a Word document or Google Docs and just have it in a separate document because you're going to refer back to it often as you go through the other apps that are in the platform. So you get your big dream on paper. You buy a domain if you don't have one. If you already have one, you can link it into the platform as you get into the website builders coming up in just a second. You can get a business email, a business phone, all available within the platform. And then we get into all the content creation tools. Hyperrealistic is a really good app. It creates images that are, again, hyperrealistic, right? So this is something we asked it to generate. You can create all kinds of images. Here are the icons that I use in the actual platform. I developed it. So I use this myself. It is very easy to use because it's been trained on sales and marketing and the digital marketing world. So you can put in a prompt as simple as a black woman on her knees praying. Use color scheme of green and blue. That's it, and you get a really fantastic image just from that simple prompt. You can get things that are more complicated. So there's all kinds of imagery you can create just from here. And that's the hyperrealistic. Scroll stopping is very similar, except it's more along the lines of creating images that stop you in your tracks so that you can take a look at something like this. And this comes from a simple prompt as well. Black female business coach, use color scheme of black and gold and white. So again, very simple. You can lay out whatever it is that you're trying to do. So this is more of a avant-garde style tool prompt. Let's see. So we gave it a detailed business prompt about the book, and we wanted it to just create a cover. And so it went off. And this was on the AI Powered Dreams, I think. It was creating something like that, right? So you can get all kinds of different things. This one is a really cool one I like. This one, I had a customer who has a youth organization, and so we were just looking at images, and I essentially just gave it the outline of the business and what the purpose of the organization was, and it created this really cool image of children playing together and working together. So really nice image. So scroll stopping is more emotional. What is great about it as well is you don't have to know any coding. You can put in a very simple prompt, and then you can go down here and have it actually walk through and toggle things on and off. So if you're an old Midjourney user, Midjourney is a text to image generator. In the old days, you had to know all of the prompt elements to create a decent image. With this one, all you need to do is toggle a few switches. You can put in an illustration. I want a digital artwork. I want a cartoon. So you just toggle them on and off, and you'll get different style images with the emotion that you're looking for. So if I drop in that business brief that I had just a moment ago, I could say, hey, give me some images. Whoops, actually, I dropped it in the wrong place. Give me some images that outline just from that business brief. So that's the reason why you want to get the business brief. And then the idea is it'll use it throughout the whole step process that you're doing. So it gave me an idea for a bustling network event with entrepreneurs exchanging business cards, showcasing engaged and lively interaction, right? And you can pick whether you want the background to be black or white as far as the isolation. Do I want it to be a 16 by 9, or do I want it to be a square? And then you can go down below and toggle on and off all of those different elements so that you can use it in multiple ways. So that's where that comes into play. And then we have AI video creator. So I'll let that spin. Here's a pro tip. You can jump over to um, another instance. There we go. I'll bounce out of here. Let's see. Here we go. So you can bounce over to another instance by just right clicking if you're using Chrome and click duplicate. So it'll open up another tab. And so from there, I can go down here back into content creation, and we can move on to the next type of AI app we would like to take a look at. So this one is called it creates AI videos. And so there's a couple of different ways. You could give it a domain name or URL, and it'll help you create a video just from that. So for example, I gave it the domain name here for this one here, EICC Network. I'll play that for you, that it created without any other direction. My internet is very slow. And that's funny because I do have a 2 gigabit system, but I think the Zoom is interfering with it a little bit too. Let's shut down some of these tabs. That might help. Oops. There we go. Sorry about that. We get this rearranged. Yeah, that's what I thought. I need to get this dragged out a little bit. There we go. All right. We got it now. let's go back and see where we are. So again, it created this sort of a photo with networking, like think of a business expo, something like that. So people just meeting each other, giving their business cards. And so you can decide how you want it to be, and you can give it a different prompt. So that's one prompt. And then from there, you can go to the next one. And this one is a confident entrepreneur giving a presentation to a captivated audience, illustrating successful public speaking, right? And so we can click on that, see what it gives us. And this will also give you a little bit of an idea of how the the AI tools are normally interacting with you, and when and where you might have to give it a little bit more specific directions so you get a little bit more precise image closer to what you actually want. So let's try this again. So we were just here and I was showing you this. And it created this. And it created that just simply from one prompt without me having to tell it what else to do. So that's the beauty of that tool. It can do quite a lot. And then you can step into it and actually edit it. So you can change the images, you can tell it to regenerate and give you a different image. You can go in and change the text. So you get a different sentence. The AI will read whatever you type. So again, it's text to video. So whatever you put in there, it will read. And so it created this paragraph on its own by scraping the metadata and the text content from a website. And then from there, you can go in and change the voices. You can pick any voice. Adam is the voice that you see most often on the internet. But you can pick a different voice. You can choose different styles of music or upload your own music. Don't upload copywritten material. You can decide on the color of the transcript and the style of the transcript, so you have that that the text right on the video. And then from there, you can also decide on the colors. So you can change the color of it to something else that you wanted to use, matching your branding, things like that. So you do, and then of course you can add scenes and make it a little longer, and go from there. Now, this tool is one of the tools. There's two of them that does require setting up credits. You can get 1,000 for $6.99. So just be aware of that. There's one other app, the AI movie app, which I'll show you in just a minute. So you have Logo Maker, which is really good. It creates really fantastic logos. The actual logo that I'm using for the site was designed and created in one of the text to image generators. You can see the different types. It'll give you 4 for each prompt that you give it. So it's pretty effective at getting to where you need to be. So that's pretty cool. All right. And then, so we have Logo Maker, Website Hero Images, essentially gives you the ability to put a prompt and it'll create that hero image that you might want to put at the top of your website. And so you can create a lot of different styles there. That kind of gives you a quick idea. And then you have an image editor, which is essentially any image that you generate, you can go in and edit it. So it's a pretty simple to use editor. You can annotate, change sizes, rotate, all of the basic image editing tools. You can create blogs. You can create what's called e-commerce product pages. So if you feed it an image, it can create an e-commerce description, the keywords, all of the headlines, ideas. So it gives you quite a lot with one tool. So if you have actual e-commerce store. It's an invaluable tool. Once you feed it the image of what you're going to be putting into the store, again, you can generate the image first, but if you have an actual product image that you want to include, just feed it in there, and then it'll read the image. It's amazing, and then it'll give you back a description that you can use for your e-commerce store. You can do voiceovers on top of videos that you've created. You have file storage. What's fantastic about this is it keeps all of your images, your documents, movies, etc., in one place, and you have 5 terabytes. Each user has 5 terabytes, so fantastic value. One of the newest apps is Audio Bookmaker. So if you have a book that you've written, you could feed that into it. It'll help you create the voice that you can use to read it, and then sell the audio version of your book as well. You can create AI movies. This is one that some students I have in Chicago. From this simple prompt, a friendly gorilla in sunglasses playing electric guitar, you get this. So it's simply phenomenal. You gotta love it. And this is the other one that uses credits for use. And then you have Movie Editor, which is a very simple editor for editing the movies that you create. You put stitch them together, add some B-roll, that kind of thing. So that's content creation. We have a ton of things in content creation. We have AEO website generator. So we have 4 funnel and website makers. So a funnel is essentially a sales page, a single page, top to bottom, where by the time the sourcing goes from the top of the website, they go down to the bottom. They should hopefully click on an action where they're either purchasing a product or a service, or they're at least signing up and giving you their name. So that's a sales funnel. But essentially, you could use this to create websites. We do give you some templates whenever you go to create a new one. So, for example, if I say I want to create a new demo, website, we'll show you the templates, and you can choose from one of the templates. It's taking a second here. I have one of those internet days here. Come on, you can do it. There we go. So these are some example templates that you can use, and we're going to be adding more and more. So you can quickly go here. You can walk through each one and see if it fits the sort of layout and look and feel that you like. And so we have a few of them for you to choose from. And feel free to jump on in and use any of these. This is one of the newest ones as well. What is really good about these templates is that the AEO generator, and why I say it's AI engine friendly, is, I don't use Google anymore to search for things. If I want to know something, I go into one of the friendly AI engines, whether it's ChatGPT or the one built into the platform, and I ask it my question. It gives me back a precise answer. I don't need to worry about which link I should click on. Those days are gone. So that's how people are searching for things. So when you design your website, you want to have it be conversational in nature. So every website you develop needs to have certain things that are AI friendly. So when they search for that answer, they find your website and you show authority because you have a lot of information and data that they can use to answer that question. And then there's other parts to it. There's things you see on your website. There's your FAQs, your blog. So there's a technique to it, and we have classes on that. As a matter of fact, we've got a 4-hour boot camp on the weekends. So look out for announcements on that, where you can sign up for it. And we teach you how to set up your website so that you can be found by search engines. Another part of that is the things you don't see, the schema markup, the JSON coding, that's behind the scenes. Now, the AI engines can read it perfectly, and so you want to make sure that's included. The old days you needed SEO. You still can use SEO, and it still should be part of your website, but the AEO functionality, that AI engine optimization, is even more important. So those are the funnels and websites. And by the way, you can build fully functional websites. This website, the newest version of the BuildBiz website, was built completely using that website generator. Okay. So completely functional. Oh, here's our other image. So we got another gentleman here. It's so hilarious. Whenever the AI generates, if you're not specific about who you want to be the primary person and to focus on, it will automatically give you a gentleman with a beard. Most of the time, it's just how the bias works with it. I'm not quite sure why, but that is how it works. So you have to be specific about what you want it to show you. So you can say young, something that's very specific like that, and then go again. So you can use the same prompt, but you just have to be specific. It would help if you know how to spell. So Grammarly is an AI tool that I use to help with spelling and grammar, of course. And I just didn't catch that in time. But AI is pretty forgiving. It pretty much will understand. Just misspell that word, and we'll let it keep working on that. So let's see. We talked about the blog post. We were down here on the funnels and websites. And then we have the sales and marketing. So you can use it to create AI forms. Look at that. See, you got something exciting. You still have a lot of guys with beards, but now at least you got a little variety in the image as far as what it's presenting. And by the way, most shoppers online are female. So you do want to have images that reflect and complement your primary buyer. So let's see, AI forms, AI marketing proposals is really interesting. You can use it to feed in your business brief, or in the case where the AI, this was tool was actually created if you have an existing website and you want to learn how to make it better, or if you have a customer who has an existing website and you want to get into the business of selling this platform to those entrepreneurs, you can do an analysis and it'll give you back information about how to improve their business, including SEO and all that fun stuff. So that's the AI marketing. And then you have sales and marketing hooks, very important tool. You feed it a paragraph, you feed it an image, you feed it a website, and it'll give you back these sales and marketing headlines that you can use either on your website or in a variety of different locations like ads for Meta or Facebook. You can see the clickability, how effective the hook is or headline is at attracting clicks. How likable is it? And does the audience understand it? So don't settle for ordinary. Build brand legacy with stunning videos instead. Avoid boring promos. Transform them into cinematic masterpieces, right? And so you can just copy these one at a time, or you can copy the whole stack. There's a button at the bottom, and you say copy all. When you tell it to create it, one of the key things from a marketing point of view, you can decide if you want it to be negative or positive. You can decide if it's fun, inspirational, the length of it, things like that. So you don't have to code. You just slide the switches and it'll fill out the rest. You can feed it next into the business bonus generator. It gives you ideas, the other things you can give away on your website, whether it's a free ebook or a specific service. You can have it help you build benefit stacks, right? So this particular business is called Paparazzi Accessories. You can have it build ideas for, you know, when I say benefit stacks, people, when they visit your website, they don't really buy features. What they buy is things, the result of that. So, for example, these here are all features. These are apps that are part of the platform. But up here is the benefit: make more money, accelerate business, AI powered lead generation, AI, so it tells you right here what's the benefit of it. Close deals faster, get 10 times more visibility. So this is a little bit of a combination of a feature, and then more importantly is the benefit. Build your brand authority and dominate your niche or niche. So that is why you want to have benefits, and that will help you generate those benefits. Objection crushing FAQs. And again, if you have a good website FAQ section, you answer all the questions that somebody may be thinking. Is AI technology too complex for my small business? No. And it goes on to explain. Are Bill Biz's AI solutions affordable for small business? Yes. So these are things that people are thinking as they look at your website, and you want to have these FAQs available for people to walk through. We have a CRM system where you can add a list of customers, or you can capture them from your website and the forums, and you can send them email blasts. You can do drip campaigns. You can have an abandoned cart email. So if somebody comes to your shopping cart and then they leave, you can set up, okay, we'll send them 3 emails saying, hey, you forgot something in the cart, that kind of thing. So the CRM is where you can track, phone numbers and email addresses and customers, and then send out email. And you can use this tool here, the email builder, to actually build them. If you're looking at your website and you want to make sure it's SEO, make sure it's fully SEO, search engine optimized, excuse me. You want to make sure you have everything contained on your website, all of your keywords, most of the short keywords, long tail keywords, core keywords, all kinds of fun stuff. This tool here allows you to speak to a group of individuals and talk to them about your product or service. And in the case of this, those people are all what we call avatars, where the AI is providing people with different personalities, age groups, and things to review your products or service. So that's a focus group in the AI world. Great stuff. And then below that, we give you two easy ways to make money. One is when you sign into the platform, you'll get your own URL. And if anybody wants to sign up, you get 50% of everything that they sign up for. So again, it just gives you a quick overview of all of the AI apps that are on here. And you just share that link with friends and family. So easy way to make money. The other way is if you want to create your own totally custom version of the platform, you can white label it. It's $27 a month for that feature, and you get access where you can change every icon, every picture to whatever you want it to be for your own version of this. So if you come in, so this is the AI workstation. And so they are using, again, creating their own icons, their own look and feel, and they can sell this as their service, white label it, and off they go. So it's a great business model. You don't have to design all of the AI apps. They're already done for you. You just make it look and feel the way you want it to look and feel. Oh, let's see. We have the workflow apps. So I create a lot of presentations. Gamma is a great tool for that. You click the link and it'll take you out to the Gamma AI tool. It is not built into the platform because, again, it's a separate AI stack. And it's really good. You feed it a paragraph, maybe your business brief, for example, that you've created here, and it will create a presentation for you. You tell it what kind of presentation and the purpose of the presentation, and the AI tool will automatically create it for you. Descript is a tool I use every day practically. It is essentially a video editor, but the difference is it's text based. So you can actually play the video and see the text. If you're in this business already, if you used to be an S, that's me. And then if you want to change the text, you can delete the text, you can type new text, and the AI will read it with your voice. And if you're editing quickly, the AI in here can remove ums and ahs automatically, things like that. So it just cleans up the speech as well. So you can have it do all kinds of things. You can have it create a summary version, a 5-minute version of the video. It'll try to highlight the most important parts for you. If you're a podcaster, it's a fantastic tool. You can have 2, 3 people in that podcast and it'll separate out the voices. It can help you focus your eyes if you're reading a teleprompter. It's AI magic there. So a lot of tools, and that's Descript. The next thing is the custom AI app. So if you want to create your own custom GPTs, you can do that. It does require you to unlock access with the white label. But once you unlock that white label for $27 a month, you get the white label ability to sell your own platform, but you also get the precision image model ability to create your own chatbot. Now, you can take that chatbot and put it on another website. AI personalities are chatbots and customized to you, like the Ask the Expert ones, but they stay in the platform. That's the difference. You can create a document generator. So it does the same thing as the AI sales engine or sales coach, but it creates it into a PDF or a Word doc. You can create your own, like at the top, the Start Here area where you have learning modules or videos that people can watch. You can create your own. You can build out your own community. We can add in, so for example, this is a company called Tabs, my sister's company. She does personal taxes, business taxes. So you can have individual apps, AI apps, and they can have a monthly amount. And so again, you create those custom AI apps, and then the last one in this sequence will bounce you out to her business directly to her website. So you can create an external app as well. And then finally is a few more apps here, some sticky notes, a task board, and so on. So that's a quick preview of the platform. Hopefully, if this is your first time visiting it, it'll cover quite a bit and get at least make you a little more familiar and comfortable with it. And remember, this is important. Either watch the videos in the first AI app here, Start Here app, or another really fantastic resource is this create method and the whole thing that I'm doing right now with this walkthrough of making you feel more comfortable. And what's great is I'm doing topics like the AEO website creator. I'm doing a whole series on that and the different apps that help for you to build out your website. We're actually building a website right in these sessions as we go along, real world examples. So definitely check out the AI Lunch and Learns, and I hope you enjoyed this edition of the AI Lunch and Learn Thursday noon edition, if you will. All right, everyone. I want you to have a great time, have a good weekend, and bye bye.